We begin 10 TV News at 6 o'clock this Saturday night with breaking news. Two teenagers wanted in connection with a violent crime spree across central Ohio are now in police custody. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chuck Strickler. Police arrested 17-year-old Devoneer Simmons and 18-year-old Nathaniel Brunner in Dayton. Right now, they are both charged in the shooting of a Columbus store clerk, but police are asking for the community's help to connect them to other shootings. Our 10 TV team is actually covering this breaking news event tonight, beginning with Danielle Elias, who is live outside Columbus Police Headquarters tonight, where officers have released new information. Danielle, how did this arrest happen today?
Well, Chuck, I've learned that Columbus Police initiated a talk with Dayton Police. They asked Dayton Police to check a house they believe was somehow associated with Simmons. So I learned this morning Dayton Police Sergeant went by that house and saw a car running out back with two people inside. He said this car he suspected this car was suspicious. It associated with a prior crime, and that's when he called for backup, and that's when they made that arrest.
Happy to say that's over as far as they're out menacing our community.
An announcement by the Columbus police chief after two teens connected to a string of homicides were arrested this morning in Dayton. 17-year-old Devoneer Simmons and 18-year-old Nathaniel Brunner are now charged with murder. Police first identified them from this surveillance video at a carryout store on East Livingston late Wednesday. Simmons, detectives say, seen with gun in hand. Police say Simmons and Brunner are responsible for killing the man behind the counter. At the time, 34-year-old Imran Ashgar's wife told 10 TV she couldn't understand why someone would do something so brutal.
He was my whole world and now he's gone.
Hours later, police say someone discovered Lamont Frazier shot to death on a sidewalk on Oakwood Avenue. Police say the teen may have been a friend of Simmons and Brunner, now the two possibly connected to the crime. Authorities also believe the teens may be responsible for shooting two people this past Sunday on Lily Avenue. Police say one person died, one is still in critical condition. Then this morning, a shooting at a Madison County gas station put police on high alert, both in Columbus and Dayton, with tips ultimately leading Dayton police to the right address.
Without the cooperation from many people in the community, we might not have them in custody right now.
4 seconds. And take a look at this image. Detectives want to talk to this man you see in this gray shirt and hat. They don't know if he's connected to the crime or a witness, but that's why they say they need help identifying him. So if you have any information, call Columbus Police. The number 614-645-4730. Again, 645-4730. We will repeat that number later in the newscast. Reporting live outside of Columbus Police Headquarters, Danielle Elias, 10 TV News.
Danielle, thanks. And today's arrest came after police were put on high alert following the shooting at that gas station in Madison County. A little bit more on that now. Officers found the two wanted teenagers in a stolen car that matched the description of a vehicle involved in that carjacking, a Dodge Magnum with Virginia plates. The driver of the car was shot while pumping gas at a truck stop just outside of London. And 10 TV News reporter Tina Ramos continues our team coverage with more on that tonight.
Tim Dunn was sitting just 100 yards from the Travel Plaza around 4:30 this morning in Madison County when he heard the sound.
I heard a gunshot.
According to Madison County Sheriff's detectives, what he was witnessing was a carjacking by two men that occurred at the TA Travel Center just off of Interstate 70 at Route 42. What he didn't know at the time is that these two men may be serial killers.
They hauled Bud out of there real quick and they almost got broadsided. They took off and got back on the freeway with the car.
After the shooting, the victim then stumbled into the Travel Lodge. Now, we did get in there and we spotted blood on the ground and also on the tables inside. And it's at that point when employees called 911. Detectives learned an Ohio Highway Patrol officer dropped them off after spotting them walking on the highway at the plaza only minutes before the victim was confronted by the men at these gas pumps. That victim tried to fight back when the men attempted to steal his car, but the suspects fired a shot, hitting the victim in the head. After a closer look through surveillance cameras and witness statements, detectives began drawing a conclusion that these two suspects may be the same men who were involved in several deadly shootings in Columbus this week, including killing a convenience store clerk on Livingston Avenue Wednesday night. Detectives say those suspects are Devoneer Simmons and Nathaniel Brunner. A statewide search began trying to track down the armed men and the silver Dodge Magnum that was stolen. Then a break. Dayton police stumbled upon the stolen car in their community. Inside, two men sleeping. police taking the men into custody, saying they matched the description of the alleged gunman they were looking for. Tino Ramos, 10 TV News.
Now, the victim of the Madison County shooting was taken to Grant Medical Center here in Columbus. He is being treated and is expected to survive. Meantime, the Ohio Highway Patrol says Sergeant Jeffrey Shane did follow protocol when he did not follow protocol when he picked up the suspects and dropped them off at the gas station. He was required to do a background check and pat them down for weapons. Tonight, the 29-year veteran of the West Jefferson Post is on administrative duty as the Highway Patrol continues to investigate this. And make sure to stay with 10 TV and our website, 10tv.com, for continuing coverage of the Columbus homicide suspects arrested today. Tonight at 11 o'clock, we'll have community reaction to the crime spree and more on today's arrests.